Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here in Miami, Florida. We're here getting ready to disembark off the ship. We're just waiting for our time to leave. And man, this is going to be hard to leave. Seriously, it's going to be really hard to leave because I probably put on 15 pounds. They're probably going to have to roll me down the gangplank. Literally, I feel like a coal furnace where you're just sitting there with your mouth open and they're just shoveling food and drinks down your throat. I feel like, a little shop of horrors. Feed me, Seymour. So we're here, like I said, in Miami. Right across the way there is the Miami Heat's basketball arena where they are down 1-2. They really need to get this next game here to even the series up. You don't want to go down 3-1, although they did against Boston and came back. But since we're in Miami, this is an interesting time to actually talk about the rumors. Today is probably the release Dalvin Cook day. It always is funny to me because teams will say, we're going to seek a trade. If not, we're going to release him. If you say we're going to seek a trade, if not, we'll release him, why would I give you something if I know you're going to release him? Let me go ahead and roll the dice and get a chance at a better contract because I'm not having to pay that deal that you don't want to get stuck with and not have to give up draft compensation. I never understand that. Go out and find a trade partner. If not, we're going to cut you. You're just going to get cut. So today is supposed to be the day that Dalvin Cook gets cut. We have, of course, rumors of, the Cowboys, of course. Let's be clear here. It doesn't matter who the player is. They're always going to be rumored to be going to the Dallas Cowboys. That's just the way it is. If you want publicity for your story, you put Dallas Cowboys in there. You just do. I don't think there's any chance that the Dallas Cowboys go for him at all. But here's what's interesting. Dalvin Cook may have hinted exactly where he wants to go or where he's planning on signing, because he posted on his Instagram story, okay, this is where we are now, rumors coming from the player themselves by what they're posting on Instagram, but he posted a picture of himself, okay, his shoulder pads are off, he's in Miami, he's happy as can be because I guess the Minnesota Vikings ended up winning the game in Miami. So some people are deferring that he's posting this picture of joy and happiness in Miami, and they're equating that to him signing with the Miami Dolphins. Could be. Having been in Miami, having been in Minneapolis, having been in Minneapolis in the wintertime, I'm going to say I think that Dalvin Cook would definitely enjoy being here in the wintertime as opposed to Minnesota. I've been there at that -4 degree temperature. That ain't no fun. Here, So look for Dalvin Cook to definitely be interested in the Miami Dolphins and definitely the Heat down here. And another note, another person, of course, linked to the Dallas Cowboys, linked to the Cowboys because of Dez Bryant and DeAndre Hopkins himself. Much like Zeke Elliott, basically saying he had his wish list of teams, being the Eagles, the Bengals, and the Bills, none of which had interest in him. DeAndre Hopkins talked about Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes and so on, and playing with those guys, of course. People laughed because they took it as a diss to Dak Prescott. And everybody thought that the market was going to go crazy for DeAndre Hopkins. But the thing is it really hasn't. He visited the Tennessee Titans, and he's now going to visit the New England Patriots. So what we're finding out is, much like a lot of the older players that are out there, the market's not there. The money is not there. The fact that Dalvin Cook at a $14 million cap hit, who has been very, very productive, although this year was kind of the first chink in the armor for his numbers. They actually went down. He had 8 TDs and 1,100 some odd yards. The fact that Minnesota is just going to bite the bullet and just say, we're just going to release you, says a lot. And the fact that you look around and you see these contracts for veterans that aren't anywhere near the amount of money that you would think or would have been in past years. And the fact that DeAndre Hopkins right now is having to look at maybe Mac Jones in New England. Sorry, New England is not a Super Bowl team. New England is probably going to be the worst team in their division, be it they have a great coach. But Mac Jones, you got Tua, you got Josh Allen, and you got Aaron Rodgers as quarterbacks on those teams. All those teams are you're looking up at. And if that's where DeAndre Hopkins has to settle, that's kind of sad. Because we knew Cleveland was supposedly in the mix, at least as far as Deshaun Watson goes. Their coach, Kevin Stefanski, was kind of like, I like our wide receiver core. Of course, everybody rumored him with Dallas, and again, we got the usual, we like our receiver core. We got Buffalo basically saying, we're good, and of course, we don't have any money. But then they proceed to sign Leonard Floyd to a nice contract. And Pat Mahomes and crew, they're not interested. So, yeah, it's hard out here for a veteran. And then, of course, there's still Zeke Elliott. And Zeke, they say he's taking his time to find the right situation. I don't know that so much that he's taking his time as it is that he's just not getting the offers. Oh, boy. Well, there you go. That's what we got going on. Dalvin Cook, going to be released today by the Minnesota Vikings and maybe coming down here. We got the Miami Heat down 2-1 in survival mode. You got DeAndre Hopkins going to New England. And you got the Cowboys with cash to spend and holding on to every nickel. I still believe, and maybe I'm just crazy, I still believe the Cowboys have one big move left to make. Watch for it. When you least expect it, see Jerry Jones and crew make a big move. I'll see you guys